Okay, is this thing on? Oh, hey, welcome. Brand new thing for Provoking Safety. Gonna try streaming, and so I thought I would do a streaming announcement about the whole deal. And yeah, so the segment of the channel is going to be called the Safety Meeting. So first off, welcome everyone, and yeah, welcome to the inaugural stream of the Safety Meeting. The whole idea behind the channel is more so to provoke safety in amongst everybody, whether it be with organizations or with individuals, to fellow safety professionals, or just to those that care about safety and it's a passion of theirs. So with the safety meeting, I thought what I'd do is stream and talk about things safety. Now, the whole idea behind the safety meeting is they're a part of a health and safety program or the processes of health and safety in the workplace. And it's no doubt that you, as either a worker or a safety professional or a manager, an executive, etc., have heard of some safety meeting process, whether it's a joint occupational health and safety committee meeting or, depending on your area and where you work and what you do, a safety committee meeting. Now, these are often structured, they have a prescribed format. In some cases, some jurisdictions, they're legislated a requirement. They usually consist of personnel from the organization that are elected or appointed, sometimes, especially if you have a union structure, that they're appointed by the union. Now, as I said many times, it's a legislated requirement, and usually the results aren't known of the meeting until the minutes are published. And so a lot of times even participation in the process requires some sort of a permission or some sort of an appointment process. So yeah, that's the safety meetings. Now, believe you me, a health and safety committee or joint health and safety committee meeting is absolutely essential to the growth and health for a health and safety program. They're valuable to the program as they help to foster good safety culture within the program. They help all of the personnel within the organization sort of stay attuned to the health and safety program. So stay tuned to the channel, actually, because in future segments of Safety Programs Explained, I'm going to do some videos on health and safety programs. But there's another type of safety meeting, and these are usually the safety component within a kickoff meeting or a pre-work meeting. And so usually there's a little bit of a safety component, whether it be talking about the health and safety requirements that are specific to a project or specific to an area within a manufacturing plant per se. So a lot of times these are usually run by a single individual, sometimes a health and safety professional, or sometimes a member of the health and safety team, or even somebody might just be assigned the task. So that's a safety meeting that people might be familiar with as well. Or toolbox or tailgate meetings, which are also part of that pre-work and kickoff meeting process. But tailgate and toolbox meetings are also separate. They're sometimes like a mini meeting or can be used as a part of any other type of meeting, and it's to address a specific safety issue. A lot of times there's, you've likely seen them on the internet, the 10 most popular toolbox topics or whatever. Sometimes they don't necessarily apply to the situation, but they just give an awareness to health and safety issues within the workplace. These can be conducted, of course, by a health and safety professional. Sometimes people get assigned to it. Once again, still a valuable part of a health and safety program. But this meeting, this safety meeting, totally different. It's actually not totally different. You may have been familiar with something that's not done as much anymore. And it's a shame. It should be done more often, actually, believe it or not. And that's the spontaneous impromptu safety meetings that are often prompted or become a necessity as a result of a workplace incident or an incident at a similar workplace or something that's current in the news, or it's just a general safety concern. And what happens is a group of people within the organization, or sometimes the whole organization, depending on the size, get together and there's input from everybody on that health and safety concern or that health and safety issue. So That's what this is. It's an opportunity for people to join in, and I'm hoping that more people will join into the chat. And if not, watch the video later on and leave comments down below. It's one of those important things that I think is missing from the YouTube safety community is just this opportunity to have a platform for people to gather together and collaborate and so forth. But before we get started, just some additional things that we need to clear up. So some chat rules. Now, pretty simple. 3 basic simple ones is number 1, participate. Okay, introductions, if you're going to enter into the chat, introduce yourself. Same thing if you're going to leave a comment in the video afterwards, introduce yourself. Introductions are nice. Not an absolute must that you have to introduce yourself, but participation in the process is nice. Ask questions. By all means, we need questions as a group, as a community, and none of us were born with this inherent talent for health and safety or all of the health and safety knowledge that you could imagine. We've had to accumulate it over years, and a lot of it is from asking questions and seeking out people that have the answers. Now, if you have the answer, by all means answer. Your knowledge and opinions count. But above all and beyond all, do me a favor, please. Be civil. No name calling, no insults, no ad hominem attacks. A lot of times people will have an opinion and they're entitled to it. So if you have to address that opinion or you want to counter that opinion, by all means, just be civil about it and be respectful. Because the whole idea is we got to gather and sort of pool our knowledge and do what we can to dispel ignorance. So a couple of other things. I'm going to be trying to do this. I would like to say I could do it weekly, but I'm going to start off every 2 weeks. So the first actual, other than this inaugural kickoff, is going to be very next week, which is June 16th at 7 p.m. That's Mountain Daylight Time. So my time in Calgary, you'll have to forgive me, I'm the one hosting it, so I'm not going to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, but it's going to be 7 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. I'm going to leave a reminder on Monday morning or Monday afternoon sometime, and I will post a reminder and post the thumbnail and the announcement for the chat, for the stream. So by all means, keep an eye out for it. And when I say keep an eye out for it, if you're brand new to the channel and you haven't done so already, why don't you subscribe, ding that little bell. You'll get notified of when the next live stream comes up. So subscribing and hitting the notification bell is a necessary part of this whole entire process in YouTube, I've found. Now, there's going to be parts of each stream where I'm going to either address something from the news or something in particular. So not to worry, I won't just be giving my opinion. Facts are what matters, because facts don't have feelings. And not only that, facts should be what's prompting decisions and changes within the health and safety program or health and safety anywhere. It should be based on facts and credible data, not anyone's opinion. But no matter what I say is I appreciate feedback. And that means if you like it, do me a favor, just poke that like button. Yeah, smash that like button. However, if you didn't, you know what? I appreciate all the comments I get. I appreciate everything I hear from people. So either in the chat, just go ahead, you click that chat button and start typing away. Or if not, after the video, when it's all done, or after the stream, pardon me, when it's all done, leave a comment. I appreciate all your comments, and as I try to get to the comments on different videos, but by all means, I appreciate comments. Now, of course, the other thing is if you find anything with this channel or any of the streams valuable and you think others might like it as well, feel free to share it. Share it on Twitter, Facebook, or anything else, because honestly, you know what? Sharing is caring. I can't say it enough. The more exposure to health and safety, the more that will provoke safety. Now, as I said, in the coming weeks, I'm going to have more different topics. Next week, as I said, keep an eye out for it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. But I'm going to talk about pretty controversial topic and just ask some questions off of it. And hopefully, us as safety professionals, we can talk about it, kick some things around, and maybe, just maybe, other people might find solutions to similar problems out of our dialogue, out of the collaboration, etc. And then, of course, other topics beyond that. I want to talk about things like the politics of safety and ask the question, and more besides that, but is health and safety influenced or affected by organizational internal politics? And what do we do as health and safety professionals to deal with it? What about participation within the safety program? What do we do to increase it? How do we deal with it? How do we deal with problem participation? How about how external politics affect safety within local, provincial, or federal governments, or state and country governments? What about how we deal with that? Do we just deal with it and rewrite our program as required, or do we roll with the punches? What do we do? What about us as health and safety professionals? Are we influencers? Are we promoters? I hate every time I hear it. There's two terms that I really have a hard time with. One is safety Nazi, and it's because it's derogatory. And then the other one, of course, is the title it's often used as safety officer, because I prefer that we should try to influence people, but maybe that's something that we can talk about as well. And different things, many more subjects within our process and what we do as safety professionals. I want to try and look at the higher level things, the how-to and learning videos and identifying things within the health and safety program. That's part of the video part of this channel that'll be recorded. But these live streams, I think that we can be able to talk about different issues and chat about different issues and put stuff into a good perspective and maybe collaborate and solve some of these things or answer some of those questions. And yeah, so like I said, pool our knowledge and do what we can to dispel ignorance. And as always, I appreciate questions, comments, feedback of any type. So please, by all means, if you're not going to enter them in the chat, feel free to throw a comment in below. As I said, I also promise that when I'm quoting anything or dealing with any sources after the stream is over, I'll edit the description and always leave copies of the sources so that you can look it up for yourself and make your own decisions or use that information for the betterment of your health and safety program. So that's it. Honestly, that's it. It's up to us to try and do more for health and safety because we are the ones that influence the business of health and safety in the workplace. And that's what we do. So hopefully this will work and this will be the betterment for a lot of people. And that's what we do. So once again, I'm going to sign off. This wasn't meant to be long. I'm going to try and keep all of these streams to an hour or less because I understand that we're all busy. So until we see each other again, do me a favor. Let's lead by example. Let's prompt others. Let's provoke others. Let's not just think about safety and talk about safety, but let's let our actions speak louder than our words. Let's do safety. Okay? Take care. Bye for now. Let's let our actions speak louder than our words. Let's do safety. Okay? Take care. Bye for now.